protocol,
revolt, revolt.
The oppressed people prefer a revolt against the colonists to a negotiation with them.
indulge, indulge.
He indulged his children too much.
Indignation, indignation.
The news roused great indignation.
Proceed, proceed.
He preceded his lecture with a humorous story.
Atlas, atlas.
Irritable, irritable.
Oliver was feeling tired and irritable due to the lack of sleep.
Buffer, buffer.
His little daughter often acts as a buffer between he and his wife.
Radiant, radiant.
He gave a radiant smile when he heard the news.
Leniency, leniency.
Civic, civic.
He considered it his civic duty to report unhygienic restaurants.
Perpetual, perpetual.
She's tired of their perpetual complaints.
Cleanse, cleanse.
Patronage, patronage.
Tease, tease.
They teased the little boy about his hair.
Commend, commend.
His work was highly commended.
Ambiguity, ambiguity.
No ambiguity is allowed in laws and regulations.
Judiciary, judiciary.
Extraction, extraction.
The extraction of salt from the sea is a very complex process.
Porridge, porridge.
You need to cook the porridge over a medium flame, or it will stick to the pot.
Testimony, testimony.
The witness delivered a testimony in court to identify the suspect.
Cluster, cluster.
The men clustered together around the fire and sang songs.
Permeation, permeation.
Ritual, ritual.
The TV drama is a daily ritual for this housewife after her chores.
Versatile, versatile.
He is a versatile actor who has played a wide variety of parts.
Concurrent, concurrent.
The Palace Museum is holding 2 concurrent exhibitions.
Stroll, stroll.
They went for a stroll along the beach.
Uranium, uranium.
Uranium is a naturally radioactive element.
Rigor, rigor.
Stout, stout.
He was a short and stout man.
Catholic, Catholic.
He was a Catholic, but didn't practice his religion.
Aid, aid.
The Prime Minister has several experienced aides in his office.
Anonymous, anonymous.
He received an anonymous phone call threatening to disclose his secrets if he didn't pay the money.
Hurdle, hurdle.
He jumped over all the hurdles easily.
Mediate, mediate.
The former president was called in to mediate between the 2 sides.
Audit, audit.
A special team was set for a thorough audit of energy use of local factories.
Perpetuate, perpetuate.
Uncontrolled rumors of infectious diseases can only perpetuate panic.
Degeneration, degeneration.
Swap, swap.
I swapped my red scarf for her blue one.
Malice, malice.
He sent the letter out of malice.
Vest, vest.
A cotton vest.
Glide, glide.
He saw birds gliding across the sky.
Clearing, clearing.
A helicopter landed in a clearing in the jungle.
Patronize, patronize.
Calcium, calcium.
You should eat more foods that are high in calcium.
Lesbian, lesbian.
Socket, socket.
An aerial socket on the television.
Alien, alien,
Immigrant workers were classed as resident aliens.
hypocritical, hypocritical,
It's hypocritical of her to go to the party when she can't stand the hostess.
Dwell. Dwell.
Don't dwell on past failures.
prestige, prestige,
The contract will affect our national prestige in the world.
malignant, malignant,
A malignant tumor in his brain took his life.
chronic, chronic,
The financial storm decades ago caused a chronic unemployment in the country.
Erosive. Erosive.
disregard, disregard,
Disregarding all the difficulties, we arrived here in time.
Corrode. Corrode.
Acid corrodes metal, which is one of the most common chemical reactions.
Convict. Convict.
Andy will face up to 20 years in prison if he is convicted of robbery.
Advent. Advent.
The advent of artificial intelligence will free many people from simple jobs.
Finite. Finite.
The world's resources are finite.
Tactic. Tactic.
Both countries should come to an agreement on the tactics before fighting against the common enemy.
Treasurer. Treasurer.
He was the ideal choice for the job of treasurer.
Hike. Hike.
The government hiked the price of milk by over 40%.
mandate, mandate,
The official was elected with a clear mandate to tackle environmental pollution.
Thriller. Thriller.
They plan to stay up and watch a scary thriller.
Heroin. Heroin.
He became broke after becoming a heroin addict.
Bibliography. Bibliography.
She provides a detailed bibliography of her thesis for readers to find sources of the reference.
but,
He dragged me out and kicked me in the butt.
Clog. Clog.
The roads are clogged with busy traffic.
Correlate. Correlate.
The results of this experiment do not correlate with the results of earlier ones.
Repressive. Repressive.
dogma, dogma, peel, peel,
They peeled off their clothes and jumped into the water.
Imperative. Imperative.
Improving the country's economy is a political imperative for the new president.
Skepticism. Skepticism.
The claim they had released was treated with considerable skepticism.
mobilize, mobilize,
If you want to succeed, you have to mobilize the public support for the campaign.
tanker, tanker,
The tanker was stuck on the rocks for nearly 10 days.
Scorn. Scorn.
Other team members poured scorn on my suggestions, which they thought unrealistic.
Artifact. Artifact.
The museum is exhibiting artifacts in the prehistoric times.
limelight, limelight,
Junction. Junction.
It was near the junction of City Road and Old Street.